Palmistry reading of a female. We do not know the age of this particular lady, but I would try to point out important lines, important signs on her palm. This is the left hand. It is a general impression that we should take a look at the left hand for females and the right hand for male. But in my case, I give importance to both the hands to arrive at the conclusion. So in this first video, we would be talking about the left hand. So this is the left hand. We would start by pointing out important lines on her palm, which normally are not seen on other people's palm. So those are the important lines that we would talk about first, and the good ones. The first line that I find good in her hand is this particular line. It is originating on the mount of Jupiter. Now Jupiter is a big planet. Big planet means growth, expansion, honor, respect, position, and power. We should think that not in terms of that this line is a luck line, but still it is considered to be a good line. When people are coming up to palmist, they want to know about luck lines and such kind of lines. I would say that every line that is good in your hand doesn't mean that it means luck. There could be other aspects that are good in that particular line. Now what this particular line does is that because it joins into the main line, this is the lifeline, this is the lifeline, and this is the headline. So it is joining into either the headline or the lifeline. The meaning would remain the same. It means that such a person is seeking honor. It is seeking honor in their life, because it is in their life. What are they seeking? They're seeking honor. If it joins the headline, it means in their mind they are seeking honor. So people who always have this priority to seek honor and respect are likely to get honor and respect in their life. Now the line joins at a very early stage of their life. When we say early stage, it basically means this portion is before the age of 20. So the line that is good in the earlier portion would also remain productive and good even for the later portion of your life. So this is a beautiful line to have, and such people would automatically reach to a high position in past, present, and the future. This line is also seen from the perspective of spirituality, a spiritual inclination. So these people are very close to God, and they have got kind of a connection with them. It means like whatever the holy text in our books basically say for different religions, so they are kind of connected with them, and it is considered to be a very positive line to have. If you have Jupiter good in your birth chart or on your hands, the likelihood is that the whole life is likely to be good. So they would try to have, like, even when there are situations of a person can get dishonor, these people would make the extra effort to remain honorable in their life. So this is a beautiful aspect to have. Now consider lifeline nothing to be a river. Any line joining in is bringing a flow from the Jupiter mount. This is a tributary that is joining in. So a tributary joining into the main line is considered to be good. All these lines are good which are originating on the mount of Jupiter. So all of them are good. But in the later portion, you would also find that there are few lines that are kind of pointing a little bit towards the Saturn mount. Saturn is more to do with money, possessions, wealth, wisdom, and responsibility. So such people are likely to get money flow somewhere out here. So this portion is a little bit later portion. So probably after the age of 44 till the age of 55. That's the approximate, I would say. Then there's outflow. A line is moving out from the main line. So this is outflow of energy, money, or whatever you may say. So outflow pointing towards the area of moon. Moon is a very changeable planet. So what happens is that there could be outflow in their life. Outflow can be of any kind. money or health point of view. And the problem could be below the stomach. It could also bring restlessness. It could also bring desire for travel. So there are different variations that can happen with this particular line. Now let us take a look at the sunline. Sunline is also known as the carrier line. So this is the line that is kind of wavy in the initial period. Then it becomes more solid, and as it is progressing, it is gaining in strength. How do we know gaining in strength? It is basically darkening and deepening. Any line which is darkening and deepening is considered to be a good sign to have. So this portion below the headline is before the age of 35. This portion 35 till the age of 53, and this is 53 and beyond. So you would notice that the quality and the depth in the sunline becomes better and better after the age of 53. It starts to, a wave-like formation means some kind of an instability. Then from the age of 35, a new line develops, and that basically gains in strength after the age of 44, and as it progresses, it becomes better and better as it progresses. So better things can be expected towards the later portion of her life. Now when we take a look at the line of heart, the heart line is a little bit different out here, and it is kind of running parallel for some duration of time. So double heart line may not be considered to be the best. It means your heart is in two different boats. It can be seen from the perspective of relationship. It can also be seen from the perspective of your work life as well, that the person is in two boats at the same time. It's always better to be in a single boat instead of two boats, because if you try to stabilize on two different boats, you are likely to fall down. So giving your it could be dual heart for some duration of time. Then there's a branch also that is hanging downwards from the main heart line. This is the main heart line, so a branch is hanging downwards. That is also seen as a negative sign, and it could mean emotional, some turmoil. It could also depict emotional disappointment, because the line that is hanging downwards is pulling the heart downwards, and because it's kind of pointing towards the area of Mars negative area. Mars negative area is the area of anger, aggression, and fire. So if your attachment line moves towards the a branch moves towards the Mount of Mars, it could be a fiery kind of a relationship that the person could have. So it's a little bit negative sign, but in all, I would say the main line points towards the finger. So having a main line of heart point towards the finger is a good sign, because it basically is upliftment from your relationships. So there's a dual thing. There are few disappointments as well, and there are few good aspects as well. And because the main line is pointing towards the fingers, which is kind of moving towards the sky, it means upliftment from the relations. So they would be not as disappointing. So this is a positive aspect. Apart from this particular heart line, you would also notice there's another line that is running parallel, and this line is considered to be the girdle of Venus. It's an unnecessary line. In some professions, it could be of use, and in other professions, it is of no use. Imagine a situation if a person is taking photography. So the person would be able to photograph or act in a movie in a much different way, because it makes a person very different kind. It means their personality is very, very different. Their emotions are going very up and then sinking. So both feelings are likely to be there. Either the too much of excitement is there. So these people could be very interesting kind of people, but yet some kind of an instability could also be there. So some professions require more stability, and some professions requires lots of instability. So where it's kind of instability, then it could be good. It could also mean unrealistic fantasies. So it is known for that particular thing. And a person could be hyper. It could be hysteria also. When the person is happy, very, very happy. When the person is down, the person has got this sinking kind of a feeling. Then there are a few negative lines that are there, which are horizontal line kind of touching the heart line, originating on the mount of Mars negative. This area is the area for anger, aggression, fire. So any line horizontal moving like this is considered to be negative. It basically points towards some anger and aggression, and wherever it goes and touches, it affects that particular area. So it is touching the heart line, so it may affect the relationships as well. So this is what it could mean. Now the thing is that uh, there are lots of lines somewhere in the middle. This area is the area of planes of Mars. Planes of Mars is the area of your temper. So having unnecessary too many lines out here would basically signify that our temper might be out of control. We may be getting angry over wrong issues. So we should control our anger and aggression, and that could help us in achieving what we want in our life. uh, the other good line that I find on your palm is the Mercury line. Now Mercury line, uh, perpendicular line, if a person has, then the person is very good at skills, calculations, communication. These are multiple kind of lines that that kind of point towards the Mercury mount. It's better to have less lines instead of too many lines, but still, because they are perpendicular, that is the reason why I would still say that they are positive. And too many lines basically could mean overworking of your mind, trying to master too many skills at the same time. So this could mean towards that. Although because they are perpendicular, so it basically means that the person is trying to sharpen their skills on a daily basis. People who sharpen their skills are likely to be successful. So in that way, it is good. The one point I missed out here regarding the Sunline, Sunline is kind of originating inside the lifeline in the initial part. This area is also the area for family. So some kind of family benefits that the person could have received, name and fame, because Sunline is also got to do with name and fame. So person who has the Sunline kind of originate from inside the lifeline, those people are likely to get benefits from the family as well, family or loved ones as well. Now towards the end, you would notice that towards the end of the money line, there's a V-like portion out here. Now V-like portion, and this portion above, this portion is above the heartline, this portion is above the heartline, where there's a V-like portion. A V-like portion towards the end is a beautiful sign on any line, and it basically signifies more money can be expected. More money can be expected even after the age of 53 and beyond. And V-like portion, basically the reason why we say V is considered to be good. Some people think that V basically means victory. No, V doesn't mean victory, but it is a positive sign to have. The reason why we say it is positive is because it's a general this saying that energy penetrate, energy, light, whatever may be penetrating your fingers, and when it penetrates and enters the palm, it enters your life. So wherever there's a V, it gets accumulated. And what is getting accumulated? The qualities of Saturn is getting accumulated, the positive qualities of Saturn, and Saturn brings money, possessions, wealth. So this portion of life becomes even more significant. In general, I would say that there are many unnecessary lines also in the palm. If they were not there, there would be much more stability and contentment. Uh, there would be success. I wouldn't say that the success is not there, but still some issues would constantly be pestering this particular person, in this lady. There would be some issues constantly going on. It's not a smooth sail. I wouldn't say that the person may be hugely successful. The hand shows many qualities which indicate towards success: a good sun line, a good Jupiter line, many lines joining into the main lifeline. All these are basically luck lines. So these are beautiful lines to have, and even the money line is very, very good. But still, because the heart line is not perfect, so when the heartline is not perfect, so probably that contentment may not come, however big the person becomes. And there would be some anxiety and stress that would be constantly playing out in the life. The heartline also has got a curvature towards the end, which basically signifies that the person is passionate and there is display of emotions, and the person can't keep their emotions in check. So there's passion. The person, this lady is a very, very passionate kind of a lady. And passion doesn't mean in only one term, it could be in all aspects as well. So I would just end the video out here. Thanks for watching this video. Bye and take care. Before I end the video, I just uh, indicate one more thing. It appears that the Jupiter finger appears to be much more longer than the Sun finger. So if this is true, as I see in your hand, it means that the person could be extremely bossy. The person could, because finger is, of Jupiter is more to do with administration, religion, politics, and honor. So the person could be really bossy, and the person would always want people below such a person. And because you also have got a very good Jupiter line, so it is good in both the aspects. The finger of Mercury appears to be a little bit far away from the other fingers, so independence of communication is there because this is the finger of communication and calculations. So if it tilts towards a particular finger, it gets influenced by the other finger. But because it's moving out from the main angle, so it brings more independence in communication. This finger is more to do with the finger of Sun is more to do with creativity, art, and music. But because a comparison is there between these Jupiter and the Sun finger, and Jupiter finger appears to be more prominent, so the Jupiter qualities are more in prominence. I've already indicated the qualities of Jupiter in your hand. So I would end the video out here for the left hand. Thanks, bye, and take care.